single and a mini factory street modified. That'll be counted.
The reason Michael is our spotlight driver tonight, he's had the most passing points from last night. So he, if you notice, he started on the pole in the Dash for Cash and ended up winning it. Congratulations, man. Congratulations. Michael, come on in. Michael's 22 years old, drives an 8M modified. You seen him out there? That was quite the race, Michael. Olander showed his nose in there after that last restart a couple times. What were you thinking when you seen that nose, that 777 come in there almost every lap?
Well, I figured he'd be pretty good and be up there in a hurry to start 6th, and kind of surprised me. He showed me a nose a few times and was able to hold him off. So I don't know if I was much better than him or any better at all. Hopefully for this feature race we'll be better for sure. I don't know if I got the better start position or not. It'll be a shootout for sure.
I hear you. Well, Hunter Radden, he checked out early in the Dash for Cash there, and he checked out a few car lengths ahead. If he wanted to run off the track, would you have anything for him?
I don't know, because at that point I kind of fell in behind him and was just trying to follow his line, and I felt like I might have caught him a little bit, and you know, his mistake definitely helped me, but I don't know that I'd have been able to pass him without him doing that, but we would have probably got up there and raced a little bit.
Good, yeah. Like that good side-by-side racing. Landers, like I said, kept showing your nose. I'm sure there's some drivers out there that you hate to see them show your nose. You don't know what they're going to do, if they're going to put you in the wall or something. But how do you feel about running Lander side-by-side? You know he's a clean driver, nothing to worry about? Or do you hate to see him because you're afraid he's going to stick you in the wall, spin you out, or what?
Well, me and Jared's pretty good buddies. We go back a ways, and so I'm pretty sure he'd run me clean, I'd run him clean, so I think I'd rather race against him, you know, just as soon race him as anybody else out there. Pretty sure I know what he'll do. Respect each other, and hopefully it'll be a good race. Hopefully he gives me room, I'll give him room, and we can at least finish this thing and not tear up much stuff. So.
Well, if I remember right, last time he was out here, you won a big modified, added money modified show and stuff. Was it 2,000? 1,500 to win show. I heard you said that was your biggest payday.
Yeah.
Is that still your biggest payday to date?
Well, at that time, that was one of the first few races I won this year, and it paid $1,500. At that time, it was the biggest payday, but I won a race over at BB towards the end of the season here, and it ended up paying $1,700. So now that's the biggest payday. So.
Well, here you go, baby. Well, you got $200 in your pocket for the Dash for Cash. I think that's what paid, and put another $4,000 on that. That'll be awesome.
Yeah, hopefully we can get this $4,000. That will be the biggest payday.
Good, good. Well, Michael, we got, says here you're employed by MMR, Michael Murphy Racing. Tell us about it. What do y'all do?
Well, it's just a one-man show. It's me, built race car bodies. I've always built my own bodies on my own cars, and just always liked doing it, working on cars and stuff. And this past winter I started, and I probably built about 5 or 6 cars, building bodies and working on some Shaw cars and stuff. But that's about it, you know.
Where's it located at?
South Little Rock.
South Little Rock, all right. I also asked you, what was your most memorable moment during racing? And you've been racing for 8 years, and only being 22 years old, you've been racing for things like 100 years when you're as young as you are. Tell us about your most memorable moment racing.
Well, as I told you earlier, I got to drive a asphalt truck for Mark Martin back 3 or 4 years ago down in New Smyrna Beach, Florida. Just, I guess it's somewhere around Daytona. I know that real close. But got to make a few test sessions and actually run a race and started 8th and finished 3rd. And at the finish, the leaders were side by side, and I was right behind them. So it was real exciting, that being the first race. really enjoyed it, and I'd love to do it again.
So you waiting for the opportunity to hop in another asphalt truck?
Yeah, just if someone asked, I'd jump all over it. So
I tell you, what would you think? How would you think an asphalt track could go over in state of Arkansas? You think it'd do any good? You think some dirt racers would maybe drop their dirt cars, go asphalt racing, or what do you think?
Honestly, I would like to see it. I know I would like to give it a try. I don't know if I'd be competitive enough to do it, but I'd like to try it. I think if someone done it, it might take a year to get the cars, but if you have the track, the cars will come, eventually. Like I say, we don't have them here, so it'll probably take a year. So I think it'd be a success around here. I think people would enjoy it. It'd be a change of pace from the dirt stuff.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to worry about sloppy tracks or dusty conditions or anything like that. You wouldn't have to get your car all muddy and all that. It might work out all right. It'd be interesting to have an asphalt track around. Michael, go ahead and tell us your sponsors, man.
Well, first of all, it's MMR, Larry Shaw Race Cars, A1 Computers, Rock Hard Powder Coating, and Extreme Race Graphics out of West Memphis.
Oh, Extreme does a pretty good job on your car. That is a pretty car. Says here, I got my other notes here, you won 2 championships in 2005, 2006, back-to-back at Batesville. Were you there every week? Did you miss a week? Did you stay up on the points? Did you see where you could miss or couldn't? And how was it? How many people have, if you know anybody, won them back-to-back up there?
Well, I know Brandon Smith has won 3 or 4 track championships up there. It was actually the 2 or 3 years before I won my 2 points championships. He won 2 back-to-back. So I know it's been done before, and I think he won one, I think, last year there. But we had a really good year those 2 years, and we were there every night. I think we missed, 1 or 2 nights each year. Actually, the first year when I won that championship, I missed 2 nights to go drive that truck and come back. Had enough of a lead to still win. We won by a few points. And then in 06, we were in there, I think, most of all year, every night, and had a really good year both those years.
Well, I know Batesville is a 3/8 mile, real wide track. This 1/4 mile, pretty tight. And I'm not putting you on the spot or nothing, but what would you rather run? Would you rather run the big open track, you can air one out, or do you like the little bull rings, or what do you prefer?
Well, I grew up racing at I-30 in BB, so I guess I'd say I cut my teeth on these small racetracks, and I raced them for 3, 4, 5 years, and I went to Batesville and raced for 3 or 4 years, and I've got to where now I can move around, and I do pretty good on any size racetrack. So I don't know that I prefer one over the other. They both have their advantages and disadvantages, things like that. But as far as a little racetrack, not everybody loves this place, but I like it a lot. It's a racy little racetrack, and it races like a big track. It's momentum. And you go to a place like BB or I-30, you gotta go learn to stop and take off and drag race the guy down the straightaway. And in this place, you drive your car through the corner and keep your speed up, and it compares more to the Batesville or a bigger place like that. So I like this better than any of the other shorter racetracks, configurations.
Okay, I hear you. Well, I know flipping, or Yellville, whatever you want to call it up there, it's like a paper clip up there. Like he's talking, racing down the straightaways. They give you a 90-degree corner, 180-degree corner, coming on back down. Well, who got you into racing? Like I said, you're 22 years old. You've been racing for 8 years. Who got you in racing? How did it come about?
Well, it came about when I was probably about 12 years old. My dad started taking me to the races, and come to find out, a guy who lived down the road from us was Randy Weaver, and we started helping him race the street stock at I-30. Like I say, I was 12, we helped him, and he let me pack the track in his car and that kind of stuff. And that's where I got my interest. And, I'd say he helped us, kind of get a start in the cars. And also Patrick Lynn, he and Randy were teammates at the time, and actually drove. First car I drove was for Patrick Lynn's father.
Yeah. All right. Well, Michael, I asked you earlier, I remember when I first started noticing you around at the tracks and stuff, and winning, you always notice the winner, always. And I kind of kept an eye on you when you was around and stuff. You didn't know that, I'm sure, but the kid was rode on the back of his car. That was his nickname. A little old guy like him coming out there whooping up on everybody. You're 22 years old now. The kid is kind of, for a nickname, kind of out the window, I would think. Well, I'd like to start a new nickname for you. Let's see if it can't catch on. How do you like Michael Mayhem Murphy?
That's pretty catchy. Like you said, I think I've outgrown my other nicknames, so I've been needing a new one, I guess. So we'll see if that catches on.
Maybe in the future we can see Mayhem rode across the spoiler of the car.
That's very possible. That's a good idea. That's a good one.
All right, Michael. Always enjoy watching you make laps around this place or anywhere you go. I appreciate it. You got anything? Anything before we head out?
No. I just hope I can go out there and get the job done in this next race and maybe talk to you again. So.
All right, Michael. Appreciate it, man. Good job out there. Good job. Most passing points from yesterday. Won the Dash for Cash this evening. Good job. Oh, yeah, we're going to draw 50-50 tickets. Everybody get your 50-50 tickets out. We'll have Michael Mayhem Murphy up there draw the ticket.
Can we call it out?
Yeah, call the number out.
5, 4, 5, 7, 8, 8.
There you go. Y'all look at your tickets.
See those lucky 8s on
How
there.
much money we got, Shorty? $23. Well, all the money had to go pay Michael if he wins this tonight, right? That'll buy dinner. 5, 4, 5, 7, 8, 8. 5, 4, 5, 7, 8, 8. Put 23 bucks in your pocket.
I still the drivers put their name on it, so I don't understand.
I drove a car for a guy last year in New Mexico. We was in Las Cruces, New Mexico. They done a deal with Rumple I've never seen anywhere else. But they would stop the top 5 on the front straightaway after, just even on a regular night. And they would like take them on the straightaway, which would be the last class too, so it made it where they didn't have to hurry. But they'd come down there and interview everybody.
Really?
I thought that was cool.
That is pretty cool, yeah.
Just like doing this, you know, for a guy that wants to make a career in racing. You know, you look on NASCAR, those guys are on TV, they're doing interviews, and to be able to do it here would help a guy if he ever got to that level. He'd be a little bit more loosened up.
Yeah, that's definitely something to think about.
I think it's cool. I mean, you know, at least say the top 3 or something, you know, stop and interview them after the race, you know, see what they have to say. I think the fans would like that.
Yeah, that would be all right.
I wish that more people would do that.
If we'd done it here, we'd have to, I mean, as late as we run sometimes, we'd have to pick a class.
Right.
So start with the minis and ends with the mods a few weeks later.
Yeah, maybe every week do a different class or something.
Yeah.
But like say, you don't want to do it in your first feature race because it might take you 20 minutes to interview them and the guy's waiting around. I thought it was pretty cool.
That was cool.
Yeah. Stop talking to you.
Dang, you dang near run coast to coast, ain't you?
Yeah. The furthest I've raced from home was Casa Grande, Arizona, which is real close to Phoenix. It's like 30 miles from Phoenix. I've raced in Tucson, Arizona. I won a race in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Raced in Las Cruces, New Mexico. I've been to McAllen, Texas. I don't know if you know where that's at. It's the very, very south Texas. We were like 5 minutes from the border. We actually went into Mexico.
Yeah. Cool.
Raced there, Corpus Christi, Texas.
They said, what was y'all doing?
And like I say, that deal before, that was, it's like 10 miles from Daytona Beach. It's New Smyrna.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's more nice or it's Daytona Beach.
Who was you driving for? Did you drive for yourself out there?
do is put the kids.
Michael Murphy, Little Rock, Arkansas. Congratulations, Michael.
Alright,
Put on quite a show. Thank you for coming up here and racing with us.
Yes, y'all. That was a good job. Good.
I don't know about y'all,
Y'all
but
about
I've
knocked
had
me
a
off the
double
flag stand. It scared me. I ain't never been up there.
All one, number one. The index finger, not the other one.
All right, I'm gonna go finish the envelope so they're gonna be paid.
The index finger, y'all.
Come on, little man. Put your...
Come see me.